Hey everybody, life treating you good. This is Beat for One Big Games, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All for the Nintendo DS. This time, I am going to literally be playing this until we finish the game. I don't care how long it's going to take me. I'm going to keep going until we finish this, because I'm really in the mood to finish this game finally, because we're so close to the end that there's no reason for me to try to go out of my way and beat the whole thing in one sitting. I don't know how long of a session it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Persona 3 portable session long or like a live stream session long, but I just want this done. We need to finish this game soon because we're already in February. We started this back in I think September, and we're still not done with this. Now, I know that the wait for this isn't, I guess like the length between this and from when it started to where we are now compared to the first game, Phoenix Wright, that like 2 years now through Phoenix Wright that we've been playing this, the first one, and I still haven't finished it, but I will go back to that soon and we will finish this game. However, I know we can finish literally today, so I'm going to go out of my way to finish that right now, and I will be breaking it up into 3 episodes or however long episodes. I say 3, like this is going to take 3 hours. It might not, you never know, but we will see what happens. Anyways, let's continue from where we left off. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I just realized I didn't hit continue when I did this, so I have no idea where I started from, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit now from save point. Hopefully, I really do hope that I did that correctly, but we'll see what happens. Hold on. Well, that's fun. I just realized it wasn't even recording I just realized Audacity wasn't even recording my friggin' audio for my Blue Snowball, it looks like. It's that primary sound driver, but it's supposed to be on the Blue Snowball, so I know that you're recording from a Blue Snowball. Please and thank you. But anyway. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution. What the hell is his voice? What the hell is his voice? The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Just read it like you would read it. Damn it, B, please. We just need to finish this damn game today. What is your occupation?
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. They would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
Oh, no, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Might be fishing. Oh, I love fishing. You know what I love more than fishing? Bagels. And grilled cheese sandwiches. I think that's what... Was that his thing? I know he loved bagels, but what kind of sandwiches was it? Was it sandwiches? I don't remember. I also love playing on the swing sets too. Oh. Anyway.
But I didn't kill him.
No one has accused you of it. No one has accused you of that.
I've got a feeling someone will soon.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. Perhaps I should go ahead and do a, I don't know what that voice crack was. I was thinking perhaps I should actually go ahead and take this approach with Edward's voice as, Tagami, no, not Tagami, Byakuya. Oh, Togami. Why is... now I'm mixing up how Nico says Togami instead of Tagami. Yeah, I guess I should do like a Byakuya voice for him. I don't know. When I found the body.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock.
Shut up, Juan.
What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
No, excuse me. You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed this crime scene by moving this one thing.
And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. No. I think I'll go back to what I was saying. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pace.
Disrupt her pace?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense, the instant this trial is over. Understand? What? Why are you putting so much on me? What?
Oh my god, I can't... I can't take this right now. Come on. Okay. Just gonna save state. No. I'm gonna go ahead and save really quick because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess something up. Besides, you never know if this game could just end up crashing on your boy. Oh, you know what? The fact that I just said that, I don't know why I had to go and say that, you stupid. No. Okay, you need to calm down. Oh no, it looked like it was about to crash. No, don't you freaking dare. Okay. The fact that I had to go and say that, knock on wood. I have wood flooring, so there we go. Knock on wood. Okay. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. By the way, only you can prevent lost saved data. You know who said that? It was a King Happy. And what was Mr. Ungard doing at the time?
He was taking a nap.
That he was. Very consistent.
He was worn out from his mini performance as a Nickel Samurai during the ceremony.
Mr. Ungard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been... it could not have been taken out of his room, yes?
Excuse me? What are you?
See, we're already starting. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek it. Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Ungard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar, and what is may continue? Oh, see, here's the thing, Mia. Every time I tried to mess her up, Edward's just gonna take it and just say, screw off. This is what you're supposed to do. It's gonna ruin everything. I don't know, I'm just assuming. I should stop making assumptions, because that makes an ass out of you and me, Mia.
And why did you do that?
I never read what she said.
As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes.
Yeah. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? I could let her be, but I'm gonna press further. Is that the only reason?
I beg your pardon? What are you implying?
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim?
Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time.
I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? And there was his dead body. I was in shock. You were in shock?
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. Come on now. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Young beauty? Hello? I don't what does that have to do with anything? Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I was gonna say. I see, young beauty. Oh! What did that? Oh no! What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as a crime scene photo. Which was? This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Oh no, duh. Come on now.
Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest.
And the guitar case was like this too?
Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
Of course. And then what did you do next, witness? I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Tomato juice, to be exact. Juice? Yeah, like the movie.
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Carita, you were in great shock, and that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
What was she starting to say just now? Look, Save state. Save state. Yes, of course I want to replace it. Come on now. I'm actually scared. Press her further. Damn it, woman, tell me! Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. Oh.
I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Oh. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? I didn't even say his voice correctly. Say his voice correctly? I didn't even give him the right voice. This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Oh, that was it? Oh, okay. Doesn't sound like there's any good. Come on! Just read! It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now.
I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to
keep on the offensive and not let up, I know.
The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence.
Have to find something. I just have to. For Raya's sake. Look, if Mia could just calm down for a second, please. What kind of flower vase was it?
It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase.
That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself.
That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between Always be mindful of the gap between the perception and reality.
I can't read.
Always be mindful of the gap between the perception and reality.
God, I can't read.
It doesn't. No, that's not even the right voice.
My head. It doesn't sound like this. Oh, wait, we just. For frick's sake. Okay. No, don't right click now. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one either. But here's the thing. The glass vase wasn't there at first when you did that, so I don't understand what you mean. This is definitely not gonna do anything, but I'm just gonna save state anyway. Wait, is it? Oh my god, it is? Oh, I had a feeling. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major Duncan problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not on the outside. You see what I'm saying? You're fashionable looking man. Anyway, but that's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what? Oh wait. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, there should have been some inside the vase. Yeah, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. Ah! Objection! What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? Objection! No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yeah. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she did. Where did that come from? Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. I'm surprised I said implicitly right. Explicitly. I didn't even say it right that time. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The Wright guitar was found in the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. Oh, he's literally trying to gear this towards the way that he wants. That's interesting. That may very well be. However, an empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to the case. It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? How you gonna ask me this question? Why you gotta ask me these questions, man? How am I supposed to know? Here's the thing, like Edward said, the guitar case isn't even there. The only person's fingerprints are on there was Juan's. There was water that fell on top of the guitar case. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Does she really need to have more details? I don't know. I think I want to say let her be, but I feel like I have to say make her testify. Don't right click. It's too late. Maybe I should just use... Oh, but I don't know the buttons on my... I don't know the buttons on my laptop, so I can't do that. I have no idea. I feel like if I say let her be, Mia's gonna come over and be like, Phoenix, come on, you have to make her testify. You have to keep this going. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Bluffing to the max. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. I feel like this is a bad idea. Alright, I'll follow along. For now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do I feel like actually this might have been the right thing to do? I don't know, man. There's a freaking bad ending that you could get in these games, and I'm not trying to get a bad ending. No, I'm not trying to. I don't know. There's a specific place where it determines whether you get a bad ending or not. In this case, I don't remember which place it is. I don't know what. I'm so scared. The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
What? How do you not know? It looks like this really wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Look, man, come on, man. Stop. Come on, Edward, please. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind?
Well, you see...
Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case?
She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Her codependency's coming through, huh? Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me.
Oh my god, it's her. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. She really is codependent. My goodness. So, you opened the guitar case then?
Yes. Well, maybe.
Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times when she found the dead body, she was dazed.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it.
Why would she care about the bright red guitar?
But getting back on topic.
Yeah, okay, look, that's something, but I'm gonna go through the whole entire thing first. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. Was it really empty?
Huh?
I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. But it was at the studio. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. Yes, I remember that. These trials will be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. You're not about to get... Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. I was gonna say you're not about to gang up on me right now, son. Not before you catch these hands. Get these hands! Like I'm Braun Strowman. That's why I opened the case, even I don't know. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
You're not even sure yourself. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, just calm down, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with.
I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found.
Okay. Let me go through this. No, excuse me. So he commented on this part. And he commented on this part. But, no, yeah, that's not it. Was she looking for the suicide note? Oh! Was she looking for the suicide note? That's the one thing I can think of. To be honest, that's the one thing I can think of. I'm about to save state this, because if that's wrong, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so sad. But I feel like that's the right answer. No, don't click out of the game. Come on. No! Oh, no. I thought I had it. Was she gonna hide the knife? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I thought I had it with that, to be honest, but maybe I didn't put it in the right place. But this was the one like where she's like, asked for why I opened the case, even I don't know. And Audacity, I swear. Okay, cool. You're still recording my voice. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is this it? No. Damn it, I'm gonna find the reason why. I'm gonna go through this one more time. Okay, I think I understand now. Are they talking about the murder weapon? I feel like they're talking about the murder weapon, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's not in the right place. Okay, let me, No. I'm just guessing. I honestly have no idea. I have no freaking idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It better not be literally the guitar case again. My eye. Ow. Oh, my eye. Oh. I didn't mean to smack myself in the eye. I meant to smack my hand because of how obvious that was. But how unobvious that was at the same time. That literally the next thing I said was the right thing. But my eye. Frick. Ah. I'm glad I closed my eye when I did it instead of opening my eye. Because I'd be... Jeez. Okay. I'm mad, but I'm not surprised. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. What? What? I'm so confused. What?
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear Watson. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Oh. That's right. I wasn't thinking. I didn't read the description. I didn't read the description. I forgot. I completely forgot to read the description of that. That would have made more sense. What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost certain I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves? Is that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
This was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. Okay, how in the frick am I supposed to prove this? This was a very bad idea. This was a very bad idea. Oh no. She was wearing gloves there too. How am I supposed? This was a very bad idea. I don't have anything to prove. How am I supposed? How? This is a dead end. I thought so. Yeah, I think so too. I'm not even gonna try to see what's going on there. Are you serious? Oh, the game freaking crashed. No! No! What? God, okay, now I have to do that all again because it crashed. Because it literally, it will not load the save state anymore. Are you serious? Let me see this again. Come on now, don't do this to me. Oh my god, okay, now you know what? This is why you hard save, folks. This is why you hard save. Now I gotta make my way back. Okay, well, let's try to see if I remember. Okay, guys, I think I finally caught up to around the same place we were. I went ahead and I hard saved, and then I save stated again. So, this time, I don't think we're gonna go with the other option of how to we give her evidence of how she did it, because I don't think we have a way to actually show that she to show anything. We don't really have the evidence for it, so I'm just not gonna try that. Oh, it is a Miss Andrews. Shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because that's just the case. What do you mean? And what if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? Bleh. It was an adult word ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Oh, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. It's nothing strange about that. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. Uh-oh. You're the epitome of a half-baked idea.
A brain is to be used, not to look pretty for med students carrying cadavers.
Looks like I need to bake my thoughts just a little longer. Now, if the defense has no further objections, let's return to the testimony. Wait, really? Wait. Are you serious? So that I have to? Oh, I remember. Okay, cool. Okay. This better be it, because I just realized something. Okay. That's strange. You were wearing gloves. Isn't it a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Yes, I didn't think I did before, but now I do. What's up? I have your proof right here. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know where that wokeness came out of, but even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Oh, I broke her glass. Oh. Did you have another pair of glasses? Order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar. The Wright guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Oh my god, this guy, this man is so stupid. Oh my god, he's me, he's literally me. Wait, that's not right either. Stupid idiot, god. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case. Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into its misguided. No, Your Honor. Please, recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your own outrageous claim, correct? Not with the hard saving, no. Please, enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar... What the frick, man? Oh my god, they're both so stupid. So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? It feels like that you're picking up when I'm throwing down, man. It looks like you're trying to throw the ball into my direction. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside his case at the time of the murder? Whew. Okay. I'm going to assume. Oops. I'm just gonna save state again. I mean, I already saved, but I'm just gonna save state. See, my thought is, my thought is it's either the knife or it was the suicide note. But why would he hide a knife in there? It bears the victim's blood and on guard's fingerprints. So how? And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one? Why, Mr. Wright? Why? Well, just thought it might have been possible. I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that in the void where your brain's supposed to be? Yes, never bring it up again. Of course. Can't a foolish fool get some love? Don't you dare! Can you prove that the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder? I wouldn't say so, blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna assume the knife. That. Okay, so that's not it. I don't freaking know. How am I? Oh my goodness. Oops. Gotta stop clicking out of the damn game. I don't know what was inside this case at the time of the murder. Was it this? Yeah, I had so. Why would it be this though? Would it be that? I didn't think so. God, for frick's sake. How am I supposed to give you an answer? I don't. Oh, no way. I just guessed. I was like, what if... I was thinking in my head, and here's my head process. Like, I was like, there's no way it could have been any of those other items. And I was like, the photo. I looked at the photo, I was like, what if somehow Adrian and what the hell's his name? Surfer dude. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I'm not even gonna look at it. You know what? What the hell's the name of my client? Man on Guard. What if one of them orchestrated something where no, it had to be Adrian at that point. What if Adrian took out the bright red guitar, left it down there at the studio, and switched the guitar with another pair of Matt's ensemble, his outfit, just so that when she went in there, she could switch out the outfits. Just to blame him. I feel like that's what it is. That's why. But yeah, I'm glad that was the right thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright. So yes, my thought process stands. I think that's what happened. I could be completely wrong, but I have no idea. Anyway, this is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what's in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What?
Even Edward seems taken aback. I thought this man had this all wrapped up in his head. I thought he knew everything. I thought he was trying to lead the trial somewhere. But look at that. I have derailed his plans.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Why should I explain myself to you?
Right. Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Hard safe. Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? You mean this photo? Order! Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Bad strategy, but it's getting this man somewhere. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. But wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Man on guards. Why would something of the defendants be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case, of all places? True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai concert doing inside the guitar case? Well, we can't say it was stolen from on guard, because if you remember correctly, he was still wearing his akama when he was sleeping. So I'm gonna say it was a spare costume. I'm gonna safe state though, because if that's wrong, I'm gonna be a little upset, but that's okay, because they'll probably just knock us back here, so. Mr. On Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. That's what I thought. See, in that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gearwater Hotel? Yes, that is what I am saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring this pair to the ceremony. He's sure, but why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was a gem and ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? Ah, so that's what he intended. Oh, so my idea was wrong then. Okay. what am I going to yourself about now? His eyes, oh my god, his eyes are twitching. I never realized that before. Look at his eye. Is it? Yeah, it is twitching. Ew. Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of an inner monologue? Oh, whoops. Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had a Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Well, I don't, so I'm gonna hard say because I don't believe in myself. I don't. I'm sorry, it's true. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was... How am I supposed to... Was it the press conference? Take that! What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. See, I knew that was gonna be something. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean only one thing. The conference was set up. By none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Carita himself. The victim? Yes. The Spirit Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for their very conference. Mr. Carita was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Oh. So he can reveal himself as the Nickel Samurai. Oh my god. What evil intentions did that man have? He was going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I worried he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Carita, posing as a Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Man on Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Miss Andrews? That's not the same voice.
I can see why you're pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Oh. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
And right click. You?
Juan had bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him.
Oh, wow.
That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What? Oh. Okay. And do you know what the secret of Mr. Unguard is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Matt and Mr. Unguard? Yeah, your client? And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Oh my god. This case. Oh my god. Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm scared. I'm gonna hard say I'm getting scared now. I don't like where this is going because this could be this could very well be leading towards the point where there's going to be a bad ending, and I'm scared. This doesn't count for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit.
If there are no objections, I feel that I can pass a verdict based on this testimony. Now then, Mr. Wright, if you please. Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Alright, let's go. Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer.
Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own.
Ugh.
If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
Shut up! They didn't teach that to us in school. At least not from what I remember.
May I continue now?
Yeah, to kill Juan no matter what. So would you say this need came from the press conference? No. Oh, well, actually, he doesn't even know. He didn't even know that this was going to happen, though. This is the thing.
Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Man on Guard.
Oh, and you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. Unguard himself didn't know anything about a press conference exactly.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Oh, shoot. Oh no! Oh no! Anyway, the important thing here is not this information was not your testimony. Yes, I agree. Mr. Andrews, please correct your testimony if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
Don't pull from entrance. Stop. Stop it.
I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right.
Has Mr. Angard done something to hurt or betray you personally?
Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Corrado with his press conference, and that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Angard, yet you still helped out. The person on trial right now is Mr. Angard, right? What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of our concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Because we need to know, bruh. That's the reason. We just need to know. We also need a heart save. I'm sorry for the constant heart saves, but I just need to make sure that I do this correctly. I don't want to mess something up. I refuse to get a bad ending. And I can't stop clicking the right mouse button. I don't know why. But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Angard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Angard?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him from the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can find no faults with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however. Shut up! Leave me alone. They're just going straight at Mia. Oh. This guy got you, smart guy! How do you know to know? How are you hearing my voice, my thoughts? I don't understand. Just stop. Get out of my head, woman. Oh my god, okay. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on this knife on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought, and during the fight, the killer ripped off the. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Gemini Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the place of Masakama, isn't it correct? I would think that would make it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Shut up. Don't you dare look at me. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
But an icy stare, yes.
Stop reading my thoughts! Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. I don't understand how she could keep reading my damn thoughts. I know you're dead and all, but stop it. Quit it. Stop reading my damn thoughts. Now, you know what? At this point, I'm pretty sure Phoenix is thinking it, but he's actually saying it out loud. That's how she can hear him. I don't understand. I don't know. Look, I guess we're just gonna have to keep pressing. Even though this is probably a bad idea. And how do you know that?
When the ends of the threads of the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly. Or so I heard.
I've heard that before too. But why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you are not.
And I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what? So it's on this one. The fact that he said that. Yeah, how do you know that? How do you... This is what I don't get. How do you know this? I'm just gonna hard save one more time. I didn't think so, but I thought I'd try at least. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one too. But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time. Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it? This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Angard at any time. Why, then, would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Kurita planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Angard as much damage as she possibly could. This witness bears ill will towards the defendant. That, I shouldn't really be saying this. This isn't the Phoenix Wright wax philosophical power hour. And please, stop slandering the witness.
As I
expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid.
Really? Because to me, it sounded a little wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy? Wishy-washy. Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more.
You should know this by now, but you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk.
Got it, Chief. I'm going to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. Okay. No, didn't I just do that? I just did that. What the hell's wrong with me? How do you know that? Because I went ahead and I pressed everything. Oh, okay, I had a feeling it might have been this one. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died. And what does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight.
Ah!
That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. I can't even talk. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. Oh. What is the meaning of... What is the meaning of this, right? Hold on. Let me check this. You see where he was stabbed? So they ripped the button off in order to stab him there, and then they took the button and they put blood around it. Just to make it look like it was there. It was ripped off after it was stabbed. What is the meaning of this, right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edwards. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? Oh, excuse me. What purpose? We now know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim. Oh, excuse me. From the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?